Hello everyone, Mike here. Welcome to the 31st episode of High Heels of Bitcoin series. My charming guest today is Adel de Meyer, so without any further ado, let's get started.
Hi everybody, I'm Adel de Meyer and I'm currently busy running the project called Dapps, and thank you so much for having me. Very excited about this interview.
Thank you for joining me in this interview, and I have a lot of questions for you. So my first question is, entrepreneur, author, speaker, is there anything you cannot do?
Yeah, I've been busy the last couple of years. Just to give a little bit of a background, I was born in South Africa, and I've been living in Australia for 8 years now. And in my younger years, you know, I was always an entertainer. I did modeling, I did dancing, I did gymnastics, I did karate, and then later on I did TV presenting. So I was really like, you know, I want to be like Michael Jackson and these people one day. You know, as a child, you know, you have all these dreams and you look up to all these people. And yes, I was very active in pursuing a career in dance or a career in entertainment, whatever that might be. I can't sing, unfortunately. So, yeah, I was very passionate about, you know, the things I did growing up. And then obviously later in my 20s, I had my son. And it was time to, you know, get into the corporate industry and get a stable job and all of that. So I started my career in marketing and sales because I really enjoy working with people. So I did that for many years, and I still said to myself, I said, no, I want to work for myself. It was always in the back of my mind. You know, I've got a strong personality. I don't want to just work for a boss. I want to be the boss. I want to create something. I want to innovate, do something that's mine, or do something that I can contribute to other people's lives. So yes, I then went on to open my own marketing consultancy, and really that was a lot of work because I had to like teach myself a lot of things. I don't want to like waste time in university for another 4 or 5 years just to get a degree. We are lucky these days with Google out there and so much information and courses and things. There's almost no reason, you know, to go to uni, in my opinion. So it was a great self-discovery period in my life too. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about corporate industry, running a business. So I'm very grateful for that, although there was many hard times in between. But in a nutshell, to keep it short, I worked with some fantastic brands today. I worked with Hootsuite, Adobe, Huawei, Acoin, Engine. Oh, so many people that I've, you know, met. I've traveled the world, was a speaker at many events, and, you know, touching the lives of others. I like to do that. It's something I always think to myself, what can I leave behind that can help someone else? Even if it's one person in the audience, if there was a tip or something I could share, or something that can inspire just one person, then, you know, my mission is accomplished. So yeah, that's in a nutshell a little bit about me.
So you can say that you like what you do.
I do, and I'm very grateful for that. As we just discussed before the interview started, Mike, you and I discussed that, and we said, you know, there's so many people it's not really enjoying what they're doing. It's just a job. I think, you know, people should really try and get to a point where they do something that they like. Because, I mean, come on, you spend 8 hours a day on average working, right? So it's a big part of your life.
Yeah, of course, of course. At least like what you do. It would be perfect if you could love what you do, then it would be great. But if you don't like what you do, then you are like a slave. You have to do it because you earn money. So, but how did your adventure in cryptocurrency, in blockchain space start? Is it like someone introduced you, like a friend? Like in my example, my friend told me about Bitcoin. Maybe not Bitcoin because I knew about Bitcoin many years ago. But how was it in your case?
Because I'm a little bit of a geek, I've always been heavy immersed into technology. I follow a lot of technology blogs, stay up to date, and obviously, a few years back, people started talking about Bitcoin on Facebook. You know, friends introduced you, like, hey, what do you think of this? And I sort of touched on it. I was like, okay, let's see where this is going to go. And I left it at that. And then actually about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, you know, when all the hype started coming out with the games in blockchain, using blockchain technology. I'm a big gamer myself. I love games. Addicted to my PS4. It's just a pity I hardly get time to play games. I'm so busy. Love games. I mean, I used to play back in the days with the Atari, when we had the Atari, yes, and, you know, Super Mario Brothers and Doom and Half-Life. Oh, goodness. So, yes, obviously the gaming side of blockchain really intrigued me. And, yeah, that's how I got involved, is through blockchain gaming. And I started my own publication with my brother for a while. I think you've seen it before, the Crypto Collectors. And we also got heavily involved in the crypto kitties. That was around, I think I still got 50 cats, to really just understand how it works. And that's how I got involved with DAPS and games. And then I worked with a lot of these developers, and that's what I tried to do with that publication. Because there's so many brilliant minds in crypto, especially developers, and they create these great games and they have these visions, but they don't have that marketing background. They struggle to communicate to others like, hey, you know, why is this a cool thing? So that's why I did the publication for a while with my brother. It was really, really cool. And yeah, from there on, I obviously bumped into a community of people that had this idea about DAPS. And I started working, you know, with the group of people, and just to see like, okay, what are we going to do with this project? What's missing that's currently out there? Yeah, so that's how I got into crypto.
Yeah, a very nice story. So yeah, my next question is about this. How do you call it? DAPS? DAPS, yeah. DAPScoin, because some people say DAPS, DAPS. I call it DAPScoin. Not sure. If
yeah, so DAPS is decentralized applications.
Yeah.
And that's the applications that run on the Ethereum network, Tron, and I think Neo. Yeah, so that's DAPS, and it's with 2 P's. So DAPS is just with 1 P. So DAPS. Right. So it stands for Decentralized Anonymous Payment System.
So it has nothing to do with decentralized applications, right?
No. Not at all. We are a privacy coin. So our biggest competitors, normally I would say is Monero, Dash, and Zcash, but Zcash and Dash is off that list. I don't know if you saw the articles recently published where the researchers, did some digging into. Well, Dash is pretty open in saying, listen, we're not really a fully private coin anymore. But yeah, Zcash, because so many users only use optional privacy. It's so easy now to put clusters and grouping together and to trace most of all their transactions. So I would say then if we go further down the line, we'll probably look at like Particle, Grin, but they also use the Mimblewimble protocol, which has also been proven to be not 100% private. So I'd like to say that I think we've got a pretty good product. We obviously just need more marketing and adoption, which will start pushing a little bit harder once our web wallets and mobile wallets are out. That's still quite a big barrier to entry for people wanting to start to use DAPS. Because not everybody wants to run full nodes because, you know, they don't want to do master nodes, they don't want to do staking, they don't bother about that, they just really want to use the coin. So once we get that up and running, which should be in the next 2 to 3 months, then I will, we will start with heavy pushing on marketing because it's just easier, that barrier to entry for people to jump on board and say, hey, I want to start using DAPS. And we also a proof of stake coin, which is great because a lot of people ask like, hey, how are you different to Monero? Because we also have bulletproofs, means the stealth addresses, all of that. We've literally taken all the best privacy technologies out there and managed to put them all together, which I think is a great accomplishment. Kudos to the developers. They were absolutely amazing. But yeah, we also have we address the trust issue as well that other privacy coins have. We don't have that. So we're running the proof of audit protocol, which is our unique protocol as well, which audits the chain. Yeah, and it's completely trustless. So it feels like I left out something. You asked about, oh yeah, we were talking about, Monero. That's what I wanted to say. So Monero is not a staking coin, as you know. So that's the biggest difference with us. You can still earn that passive income. So, you know, because we have masternodes, staking, and you can do the mining. So, yeah.
I will
nutshell.
I will definitely have to check it out, because to be honest, I've never checked this product. There are so many different cryptocurrency projects. But additional question, aren't you afraid about the regulators, because there are all those compliance issues and exchanges delisting privacy coins like Monero, like Zcash? About Zcash, I own Zcash, but I never use the privacy features, to be honest.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Like, why did you not use the privacy features? I'm going to ask you a question now. Then I'll answer yours about the government.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I need that, because I know how to be private in the internet. I can say I even know how to, well, I can say that even if I know how to kill a man, I don't have to do it. So I can be private internet. I can do some. I have the knowledge to do even illegal things, but I don't. So I've never used privacy features because I don't think I need them. I may be wrong, but
well, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So you're just holding some Zcash, just like in terms for investment purposes.
Yeah.
It's a leading top coin, and you like the brand, probably. You like the brand or community. Like, what about it do you like? Why do you have Zcash instead of Monero or Grin?
That's a tough question, and I don't think.
Well, when you figured it out, please let me know, because you know that's a great. That would be a great answer for me to know, because you know, it's our competitors, and the best you learn is by users. And like you just said, you don't use privacy features, and I'm like, well, why are you holding the coin? And you say, well, and then I'm like, well, why? And so I would love to know. So DM me once you figured it out.
Yeah. All right, I will definitely do it. But your project sounds very interesting. This is you've mentioned masternodes, you've mentioned proof of stake and privacy features. So yeah, I will definitely have to check it out.
Awesome, it'd be great. And test out my mods. They're fantastic on all our channels, Discord, Telegram, all that. 24/7, we've got coverage. And a lot of people's given us compliments saying, wow, guys, your support and community and stuff is really good. And so thanks to everybody for that great feedback. So we try to really, you know, be present. I always, from the start, say to my team, you know, we got to be present, because a lot of brands lack that these days. You know, being present, engaging with, you know, users and people. Be human, you know, don't just sit behind an avatar and be like a robot, because that's not how you acquire new users these days.
Yeah, I completely agree, because many teams, many cryptocurrency teams, they start their own project, they are pretty successful, and they don't give a damn about their community. It's very hard to reach the team, and when you lose the touch with your community, I think you may fail. It's very important, because even people usually ask stupid questions and pretty basic questions. I get it all the time, because people ask me, like, I can Google it in 1 second. But they prefer to ask me. But then when you run a project, you have to be open to your community. You have to be open to their suggestions. So yeah, it's very important, and I like you already.
Yay! That's fantastic.
Okay, but now let's move back to my previous question. So about this compliance issues, and aren't you afraid of all this stuff?
Well, that's actually, we should actually one day get another lady on that's also in privacy and actually have a debate about it, because that's a nice topic. Yes and no. Look, a lot of people, especially this year, and since last year, but this year as well, privacy is such a hot topic. It's really become under the spotlight, especially after the scandals as well with Facebook. Coinbase came out last week saying, oh, they want to sell all their user data to the government for $250,000. I was like, what? I was not happy when I saw that, but to be honest, I expected Coinbase to go the bank route. So, but yeah, to me, that's really bad. I think what will happen with privacy coins, they will keep on surviving. And I think governments also, in a way, understand that it's going to be the same failure as the war on drugs. Once you push things to an illegal state and you can't use it, and then people start asking, well, why can't I use it? And then more people start exploring, and they just drive it underground, and then the value and demand will just shoot through the roof. People will use what they want to use. You can't stop it. They can make it hard, yes. They can tell all the centralized exchanges that they have to delist privacy coins or they'll lose their licenses. Yes, that's absolutely possible. But we will find another way. And one of the things that's in the back of my mind that I really want to do once we've finished the roadmap for this year for Dapps is to actually build or work together with other partners to get a proper DEX together. It's so necessary. And I would like to build a DEX that's only for privacy coins, because I think that's the ones we're going to be, having the hardest time. So I think a DEX where everybody can come and trade or buy, their favorite privacy coin is definitely something I need to get out there. So I'll see, maybe I can start with that next year and see who I can partner up with and just get it done, because we'll need it, I think, eventually. It's tough to say, I speak with exchanges quite a lot, and we just recently said we're going to list on Probit, which is in Korea. And I said to them, I said, listen, what's the chance of us getting delisted, that you have to delist us? And she said, well, if you just don't pull too much public attention, like what happened with Monero in Korea, I think they busted people there that was part of a big pedophile ring or something like that, and they were exclusively using just Monero. And that's why the Korean government was like, okay, get rid of Monero. So, but it's such a controversial topic. Yeah. Everybody has different opinions. I think time will tell, but I also do think we're definitely going to need a DEX or two.
First, I love your idea about this discussion panel, ladies discussion panel. I did it once in the past with High Heels of Bitcoin. There was Leah Thompson, Girl on Crypto. I've had 3 girls discussing just...
Oh, no.
Yeah. So there's one episode in my playlist. But I also completely agree. I think the privacy coins will survive. They will always thrive, and because in Polish we have saying like it's loose translation, forbidden fruit tastes the best, or things like that. So yeah, when something is forbidden, people will be even eager to use it, because why is it forbidden, like you've said. And then again, when there is KYC on the exchange, even if you use privacy coin, exchange is pretty safe, because they can always say, prove us that your coins are legal. Where did you get your money from? And then you have to prove that it's legal. And exchange is pretty safe. So to be honest, sometimes I don't understand why the exchanges are delisting privacy coins, because if you have KYC on your exchange, then it's up to the user to prove that they are legal, and then they have to show all the data. Exchange blocks the user's account, and they have to prove that they are legal.
Yes, because the privacy part, just like you said, it's really, you know, if there's a question, like you said, oh, you know, it's up to the user to prove it's their coins, or it's legal money or not. And like you said, the exchanges have KYC, which is another thing I'm thinking, like, okay, all the exchanges coming out doing KYC, it kind of contradicts the privacy point as well, really. And really, we go back to the roots of why Bitcoin was created, why the vision behind crypto is for that privacy. It's for not letting third parties have knowledge or power over your finances, you know? So, in a way, it's sad for me to see all the exchanges getting KYC, but I can also understand why. But it kind of, like I said, defeats the purpose of a fully private coin. So again, I need that DEX. I need to build it.
But you know, it is because you have to connect something really decentralized like Bitcoin or decentralized coins or everything to something fully centralized like fiat system. And then when you have to join those two things, the things start to get messy. People want fiat because how would you buy Bitcoin? If Bitcoin was truly disconnected from the current financial system, we would not get this adoption. Because people, okay, I could probably buy some Bitcoin. I could find a way, but most of the people wouldn't do it. So yeah, and then we have all these financial regulations and stuff like that, and cryptocurrency exchanges became part of the financial system. So it's not like a revolution; it's evolution.
True, but then another great topic for debate is, well, what happens, you know, if the current monetary financial system collapses, which a lot of people are predicting. They're predicting that the dollar is going to crash and that fiat is going to be worked out and economies are in trouble. So now you've got to think to yourself, oh, goodness. So I don't know. We've got a very, very interesting 5 to 10 years ahead of us. That's for sure.
I just hope there won't be a third world war in this 10 years, because
and that's also possible. But the current tensions, goodness me.
Okay, we will talk about it later. But, so now I have to ask you, because, well, it's not as hot as it used to be, this topic, you know, COVID-19. How does it look in Australia? Because in Poland we are coming back. There are limits still, but we are coming back. How does it look in Australia?
The same. Still some restrictions in place, but they're increasing the amount of people that can be, you know, attending a wedding or funeral, things like that. Most people here don't even walk around with masks or any of that stuff anymore. The shopping centers have hand sanitizer around. And they try and put up posters and stuff to keep people mindful for social distancing and things like that. But here where I live, it's pretty normal, and it seems like pretty normal everywhere. I just wish things can get back to normal, but you know, we don't have control over that, and it's very unfortunate to see how many people are losing everything. Business, their livelihoods, their savings, everything gone, and the suicide numbers are crazy. Domestic abuse numbers are crazy. And sometimes I think to myself, you know, maybe it was a little bit of overreaction from some governments or globally, like how it was handled, because so many people have lost their lives more than what Corona did damage, and specific areas I'm talking about. I'm not, because I mean, the US death rate, it's quite high, but again, you got to look at the whole population. I think sometimes the numbers, people play too much on the numbers and they don't actually take it into proportion of,
Yeah.
you know, how many people there are and things like that. I don't know. COVID is also another topic for debate I can talk about for hours. But it looks like Australia is back on track. We are technically in a recession right now. So we are, yes, in a recession. The economy, I think it's going to take some time to recover in general from this whole thing, because it's not just COVID, it's also the climate in the moment in America with all the riots and everything going on there, very political. Then we have the issues going on with China. That raised a lot of political tensions, and I think something is still going to come from that. But I mean, there's this trade war going on, and it's just the whole world's very uneasy right now. And yeah, I think everybody feels kind of a sense of like your life is on hold almost, like you don't know what's going to happen, you know. So very uncertain times for everybody, but I think it's a good time to take the time to do some self-reflection and to pivot, you know, change, think of ways you can change what you're doing, like innovate in your business or start a new business or a different idea or something, you know, to make money. Start trying to see where you can take advantage of the situation for yourself and your family, because, like I said, a lot of people lost their jobs.
Yeah, to be honest, I am pretty happy that I live in my country, because we've had no colonies in the past, so we have basically no racial problems. And calling someone who has a black skin or red or yellow different race is pretty stupid, because biology teaches us that there is no other race. There is only one race, human race. So even if you have different skin color, you're the same race as we. So in Poland we have nothing like that, because we have also different cultures, but it's like in my region I live in northeastern Poland. We have Muslims, we have Orthodox.
Oh, all the religion. Yes,
Yeah, but they live with us for hundreds of years. They are called Tatars, and to be honest, if you see Tatar in Poland, you won't recognize him. It's not like he or she doesn't look different, because it's been ages of how can I call it, mixing the blood, or their names are only different because they are historical ones. And basically we live together in peace for a very, very long time. Of course, we have as country our own issues. We are very politically split in two. There are two main parties, like in the US, Democrats and Republicans, and in Poland we have two major parties. But I am happy that I live in my country right now, because basically we have none of these problems like you can see in Western Europe, in US, in different countries. I think in Australia too, because sometimes I see some videos about white people being how can you call it, afraid that they are white, or I don't know why.
Yes, I think, look, I come from South Africa. I mean, there the racism is even worse. And I mean, apartheid is so far back, it's 20, 30 years now already. It's so far back, like I wasn't even part of it, you know. Yeah. So it's sad that history seems to just hang over everybody. It's stopping humanity to just move forward and just evolve. Like it's just hanging over us. And I don't know. Hey, I think there's going to be big changes in the world in this next 6 months. Things are changing. Finance is changing. Economy, trading, jobs. The way people think about things. And, you know, as sad and as hard as it is, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe we need changes. We need people to wake up. We need things to change. Because, let's be honest, it wasn't always that great either.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think after, you know, after the ashes, are there. Like they say, from ashes, new things grow, right?
Yeah.
So the little seeds and new things can grow, and hopefully we can then flourish as humans. And maybe, who knows, what grows from this afterwards might be much better. I hope so.
Yeah, it's always easier for me because I come from a country which was completely destroyed during the Second World War. Our capital city of Warsaw was completely destroyed by Hitler. After the Warsaw Uprising, Hitler ordered Warsaw to be leveled to the ground. You can dig up some pictures on the Google, and you will see it was completely leveled. Almost every building destroyed. Our capital city palace, maybe no, it was not palace, it was castle, was almost completely leveled. So we had to rebuild after the war. So we have like 3 occupations. First one was German, then the Soviets came, and so when someone tells me that he has it hard way, look at my country and don't tell me that your problems are the biggest in the world. Everyone has its small. Okay, let's leave this topic behind. Let's come back to crypto. Yeah,
no, definitely. There's so many opinions and so many things that can be discussed.
Yeah, of course. Okay, let's come back to crypto now. So I think every day I hear this stuff. Bull run is coming. Bitcoin is going to the moon. So it's basically last 2 weeks. Every 2 or 3 articles was about, all right, Bitcoin will reach $500,000, or Bitcoin we will have new all-time high this year. What do you think about it? Do you think the bull run is coming?
I think we are a little bit already in a bull run, to be honest with you. Our project had to survive last year, which was very bad.
Yeah.
Last year and beginning of this year, the markets were so slow and dead. So honestly, for me, I think since from about March, April, I would say we started a little bit of seeing more bulls coming back, And overall market sentiment is much more positive. People are excited about crypto and projects again. You can see, the chatter going on Twitter, articles coming out. There's a lot of innovation happening in the space. It's just like there's this new kind of vibe and energy a little bit back in the industry. I can feel it and I can see it, and I think that's wonderful. So I think we're a little bit in the bull run already. Whether we're going to hit 500K for Bitcoin, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But I think realistically, we could see a 15K still this year. That's my opinion in terms of Bitcoin. I think we're going to get a lot faster adoption happening this year, because I think people are starting to dig into crypto more, especially with all this economic worry. People are saying the whole day the US dollar is going to collapse. I mean, goodness, oil went for the first time in history to zero. And people are going, oh, wow. And, friends tell friends, hey, don't keep your money in a bank, because, look what happened in the 1918 pandemics and all the other, bad global depressions we've had, or even 2008, banks collapse. Things close, and you're stuck with your money and your life savings in the bank. So I think a lot of more people are exploring crypto, trying to see safer ways that they can store their money, to see what's going to happen in the world right now. So I think things are still going to keep going up. But on the other side, I also have to say that we got to be careful of bull traps, If you look on the other side of the coin, at the stock markets, we're technically going into a global depression. Lots of countries are already in recession. You have millions and millions of jobs lost. You have thousands of businesses closed. So we just got to be careful of that bubble bursting. And I think it's a big possibility. So you got to ask yourself, okay, if economies collapse or we go into this massive global depression, how is that going to impact crypto?
Yeah, I completely agree, because so far we've had no financial crisis. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies were created to fight the crimes of financial system. People don't realize what is fractional reserve system. It's the main sin of this financial system. Of course, there are banks that don't use it. For example, Swiss banks, Swiss regional banks or things like that, they don't use this fractional reserve system. But then again, we've had pandemics, or we still have, and Bitcoin was not prepared for that. So, and cryptocurrencies, of course. So we still have to wait for this, like you've said, millions of jobs lost. But there are good things coming from this pandemic. People open their eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a good thing, because, and about this hand sanitizer in shops, I think it should be all the time. It's a good thing. For me personally, it's a good thing. Yeah, because some people, yeah, and because some people don't even wash their hands after they leave the toilet. So
yes, I know. Oh goodness. Yeah, I think if we had to see how dirty the stuff is we interact with, every day our minds will be blown. We're like, give me that sanitizer every 5 minutes, you know. And yes, we do need bacteria and germs to live a normal life. Our bodies do need it, but I think too much can also be bad.
Yeah, of course, like they say, too much love can kill you. All right, so I know your favorite coin probably is DAPScoin, but what about other? Do you invest in cryptocurrencies? Do you have any other cryptocurrencies?
To be honest, yes, actually, I still have my Electronium. I bought that, I think, 3 years ago already. So I still have that. And I also bought the Bankero. That's the first crypto bank that they building or built. So that's just, again, coins I bought 3 years ago, and I'm just holding it. It's projects that I'm like, I want to see where they go with this in the future. So I've got the Bankero, I've got Electronium. Then obviously I have Bitcoin, and funny enough, actually quite a few Ethereum as well. And purely just because I find it so light. It's a light thing for me to send. It's an easy thing. I can send it to my family easily. Like, Mom, just get this thing, give me that address, done. And it's fast, you know. So for me, it's just, I like the simplicity and fastness of that. And again, because I like blockchain games. So a lot of them, you've got to have the gas, yes, to play the games and things. So yeah, I think that's my main ones that I like. Obviously, I've got Dapps, and that's my number one. I don't have any other privacy coins.
Obviously.
So yeah, I definitely want to see, you know, what we can accomplish with our coin. I think, you know, great things lie ahead, because there's a lot of things being exposed from the other privacy coins. And like I said, I think privacy is such a hot topic right now. It will be interesting to see what happens. I actually shared an article today on Twitter that the Human Rights Foundation actually pushed money towards Bitcoin development to try and make it more private. I found that interesting.
Yeah, about Ethereum, yeah, I'm waiting for Ethereum 2.0 myself. And yesterday there was this hot topic, I don't know if you've seen it, because someone sent like half of Ethereum or 0.55 and paid like $2 million fee. And people start to wonder, I would have to check.
$2 million for a fee?
Well, to be honest, you can pay any fee you want. $2.6 million for 0.55 Ethereum. So it's like someone sent $133 in Ethereum and paid $2.6 million for the fee. So it is either a mistake, but my own idea is that it's money laundering, because if you want to send a transaction, you don't have to send it to the network. You can choose any mining facility that will mine this block. So not that everyone will get it in mempool. You can send it to anyone. And basically this transaction was mined in China somewhere. So it happened on Bitcoin, and you can set any fee you want. So I personally think it's not a mistake, because it's not that easy to make that. It's not like a click one thing and then you pay hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars of fees. I think it,
he had to have that in Ethereum because he paid from the cost.
So I think it's money laundering. It's been happening before. Yeah. Yes. So things like that happen. It was, I think it was on Bitcoin too. I don't know, 1 year ago or maybe 1.5, when someone paid a lot of money in fees, and he sent like, I don't know, a couple of bucks. So, all right, crypto conferences, crypto meetups. So you are a speaker. So you travel a lot, like?
I used to, especially last year before, but this year, obviously now with coronavirus, there's not much happening. I did get an invite to facilitate and help with the Asia blockchain conference coming up soon. It's going to be a virtual one. So yeah, I'm just busy finalizing details with them, and once it's confirmed, I'll share that. So that's the one I saw. I gave consensus a skip this year, and in a way, I was thankful that I didn't decide to go with it because there's so much issues in New York. I don't even know if anybody attended that. I'm not sure. Then there is, I think there's another Asian one coming, I think October. And so let me just think quickly if I can remember the name. Oh, I can't remember the name now. But yeah, that's about it. There's not much happening right now. I'm like, everybody's going to enjoy events again next year.
Yeah.
If we all go to conferences again.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we will. It will all back to normal because we cannot be locked up forever.
Yes. So it's just kind of tough. I did see quite a few smaller meetups on crypto Twitter. People shared like little hangout sessions that they had with each other. So yeah, I think we must do one, please. So let's talk about privacy as a topic. I love that. Let's see if we can get another female beautiful lady that's involved in crypto, and let's have a conversation about it, because I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I am running local crypto meetup in my city. I used to do it for every month, but you know, the pandemic started, and I think the last one was on February, and then we will have it again on July. So yeah, so we are coming back.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think we will see more and more crypto meetups pop up because people are less and less afraid of this thing. Okay, yes. So crypto Twitter, I think you use it, and what do you think about it? Because for me personally, there are a lot of I think it's the best social media platform for crypto people. It can be messy, sometimes it's very hard to find information there, but it's great. There are many great people there.
Oh yes, absolutely. We also have the two platforms that launched recently that's more crypto focused. It's that Uptrend one. It's kind of cool. It's almost like a Facebook Twitter combination feeling to it. And there's the other one as well, Stock Twits. Again, more like a Twitter feeling to it, because coins link with, like, you know how you use the $sign and then Dapps, and you can search like that. You can do that on that platform too. Wow. But yes, more people are familiar with Twitter. And I also like the fact that, you know, you can follow certain accounts and it notifies you. So that's literally how I get my news first thing in the morning. Yeah. Is I have Twitter accounts that I follow, and I can just go whoop, notifications, and I scroll through quickly and I see all the headlines and what people said. So I love following Adam. A lot of people say they think that he might be Satoshi. Did you see the information in the video that came out recently? What do you think about that?
Well, to be honest, I have no idea. I've never thought about it, but I know people. I know all these Satoshi stories, and now there is a new story that this drug cartel. I forgot the name of them. Let me quickly check it up, because they claim they found Satoshi, and he's the brother of this Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto, this one guy that used to claim that he's Satoshi. Okay, how do you call this drug family? They are very, very, very famous. Okay, I have to quickly check it out, because I forgot.
Okay. So yes, I like to follow while you're searching there. I like to follow Adam back, because like I said, they try to put evidence together to say that maybe he might be Satoshi. I always thought that it was Hal Finney. I don't know. I just have a feeling that it's him. A lot of people say it's not. Then who else do I follow? Roger Ver. I like, his straightforwardness about topics. So I follow him, and I follow McAfee, and purely just because a bit of mix of entertainment in between. That guy, there's always something going on there that, he says or tweets about or something, and, I just like, yeah. So I like to follow his tweets to see what he's up to. And yeah, Roger and Elizabeth Stark, she's great. Just there's so many people that's great on Twitter, and the little bit of time I get to just scroll through and have a look is so much information. So I try and just pick out, topics, and I try to also engage again with my community. So, I've got the DAPS community people that's really passionate and like to comment and interact with me. So I do try and make time to get back to people. And then I also have all the Twitter followers that's been coming with me for years, and it's a nice platform. It's kind of a cool place to hang out where you can mix business and pleasure. That's the kind of feeling I get from Twitter.
Okay, I found this name. It's Escobars. They are so they claim they knew the Satoshi, and he was a brother of this Dorian Nakamoto. And he created Bitcoin because of another theory, another story. So we have another one, another theory. But I think we will never know. Even if Adam Back is Satoshi, he will never say he is. I don't think he will ever move his coin if he still has access to them. So we will have to wait, and then there's of course Craig Wright, who claims to be Satoshi, real Satoshi. Yeah.
I'm not even going to comment.
All right. 3 or maybe more recommendations for high heels of Bitcoin. Maybe 3 or more ladies that you can recommend for this show.
Like I said, Elizabeth Stark, but she's such a busy lady.
Yeah.
But she's so influential in Twitter, crypto, and she's achieved great things. So if you could get her on, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Let me try and think. Like I said, maybe like I gave you a recommendation of maybe like little group sessions.
Yeah.
I would like talk about the privacy topic. What's the future of privacy coins, that kind of thing. So maybe even if you get just one other person, or maybe 2, so that there's 4 people on the screen, that could be really cool. Maybe have a little bit of a plan beforehand, what to discuss.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because then also, I think the other, like we discussed earlier, we said sometimes females are a little bit more shy than the males talking, and it's just a little bit more relaxed feeling maybe, so that they don't feel like they're sitting on camera alone. So that could help.
Last one was great, so I think the next one will also be great.
Yes, and then maybe in the future, maybe try a live session. But yeah, you're gonna have to dig through your contacts and see who's up for that, because it's a little bit more stressful.
Well, to be honest, I always live stream on Sundays, The next one will be 113th. So I live stream every Sunday. So I know how to live stream, and it's easy for me because I have everything prepared. But then you have to find someone who will join me live, and my live streams are in Polish. So far I'm I'm stick to that. But again, there, I don't know if you know her. There's Loriana. She's Polish. She paints, she draws, and she's really funny. So
Okay.
I will send.
Yes.
I will send her Twitter account to you so you can check her out. And she joins me on the live streams. So from time to time. So it's. But of course it's easier because she speaks Polish. So.
Ah, okay. Well, it's great. Like with me, with my accent, I love the accents as well. So nice, because we hear, like, most of the people I talk to is either American or from like Germany or Netherlands. That's the main accents I hear. So it's so refreshing to hear yours. It's just different and I love it. A lot of people say they love my accent as well, but I'm actually a bit shy about it. But people say, no, it's so cool, it's great. But yeah, I don't know. Do you sometimes feel shy for your accent or not?
Well, to be honest, I used to be shy when I started on YouTube, but YouTube cured me because, yeah, I used to be shy. Now I am like, all right, let's do it. I don't. For example, when someone asks me about interview and tells me, do you want to check the questions? Do you want to verify this interview? And I'm like, I don't give a damn as long as you don't ask me about my private stuff. Yeah. I can talk about any topic you want. Let's go. No problem. So
right.
You want to talk about crypto? No problem. You want to talk about sports? No problem. You want to talk about women? No problem. That's not a problem.
Great. I love your confidence, Mike. That's good.
Yeah. My life learned me confident. I used to be completely opposite person, but some things in my life learned me how to teach me how to do it. So okay, hobbies, because obviously gaming, right? Any other hobbies? Tell me about your hobbies.
Ooh, hobbies. Music. I love music. I love putting playlists together of listening to music. So it's definitely on top of my list. Dancing, of course. I still love dancing, and I can still do ballroom and all of that. So I love dancing. Then obviously reading, but fast reading. I fast read. So I like to get certain topics, whether it's about crypto or technology. I like technology a lot. Like, I love to stay up to date. So I like to read about that, but not books that's this thick. I pick articles and I filter through articles and searching hashtags and things, and then pick a topic that I really want to learn more about, and I just sit on all weekend and can read and learn about it. So I do enjoy that. What else do I enjoy? I love socializing. I'm a social person. So I like to go to like the beach, go do a picnic, off-roading, camping, night out on the town, dancing, dinner, things like that. And what else did I do? Oh, I used to collect stamps. I had so many, and stickers. Oh, I had so many. I don't have it anymore, but I like to collect things. And if I was really, really, really rich, my hobby would be to buy up castles. I am fascinated with old buildings. I would just buy all the old buildings in the world, especially castles. I don't know, I just have a fascination with it.
Yeah, when you told me about this gaming stuff, yeah, I know the feeling because I used to play computer games a lot. I started my adventure with computers in 1987, I think it was. So it was Atari, and then it was Commodore, I've never had Amiga, and then it was PC, and then all those. But to be honest, I don't like consoles. I prefer to game on my PC.
Yes, a lot, and my son too as well. Like he's had Xboxes and PlayStations and everything, and he keeps going back to the PC. He just like he plays Call of Duty and shooting games a lot. He's actually used to play semi-professional on that.
Wow!
But he's so fast, and he said that the best accuracy and all of that is definitely PC. And I agree with him. I mean, with consoles, with your buttons and moving and aiming and stuff, it's just a little bit slower than the PC. I mean, the PC is so accurate. And he is so fast. Oh my goodness. I tried to play Call of Duty with him before, even on my PlayStation. No, I don't know. He's superhuman in that regard.
Yeah, that's
so yeah. But yes, I love my games, but I don't get much time for it anymore. I don't get much time for anything really. I try to make time, but you know, I'm so immersed in Dapps right now, and I'm pretty full hands-on with everything. You know, from the marketing to the team to the community. I try and be active and in partnerships and, you know, design and all the things behind the scenes that most people don't even think about or know about, that I need to handle on a daily basis for the project. It's a lot of work. So, but it's like I said, it's so nice when you enjoy what you're doing, because you enjoy what you're doing. So, you know, it's not like, oh, now I have to get up and work on Dapps. Oh no, I get up in the morning and I have my coffee and I sit down. I'm like, okay, where are we going to start today? So it's great. It's really, I'm very grateful to be in that position. Like we discussed earlier, you and me, Mike, about people doing things just to get that money and just to have a job. And we were all there before. I was there before. I had to just literally do things that I did not enjoy, but I needed a paycheck. But that's one positive thing about this COVID period, is people can take time to see, hey, maybe I should try and sell something online. You know, I've got this time, let me learn, or hey, you know, stuff this, I've lost my job. Maybe it's time for me to try and pursue something I really enjoy. And, you know, so I hope that this time it at least brought some people a bit of that inspiration, or, you know, to do what they really love.
Yeah, always try to do what you like, always try to do what you love. So it's not like that you work in this company or this industry, you have to work in this industry for the rest of your life. As people, we always have to learn, we always have to improve. So
and it's a lot of hard work. I'll be honest, you know, during the times as well where I've built my businesses, I sometimes also even had to run just a normal 8 to 5 job. But then I would get home, quickly cook dinner for the family, and then whoop, back in front of the computer. And I'd stay up till sometimes 2 a.m. in the morning, learning, doing, teaching myself, because I was like, no, I don't want to keep doing a job. I want to work for myself. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a businesswoman. I want to do this. And you just got to go through the motions and put the goals there for yourself and just say, I'm going to do it. And then just go for it, you know.
Yeah.
But it's hard work.
and that's the kind of motivation people need. If you want to do it, you can do it. Don't keep the faith in yourself, right? So yeah, everything is possible. All right, thanks you so much for your time. It's been really great time. It will be great interview. I'm pretty sure people will enjoy it.
I hope so. Thank you so much for having me, Mike, and thanks for running the show and, you know, talking to the ladies in crypto. I appreciate that you in such big support of us. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. I had a blast.